learning never ends, and they hope to teach a lesson in this one. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Pittsburgh Panthers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Cavaliers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Pittsburgh's offense will take the field first. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball enough. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority, number one for this offense in this one, get him as many touches, as many ways as you can.
Yeah, feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area, but just you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice. When you're throwing to a big tight end over the middle of the field, like he'll catch it and still get hit. It's not that big of a deal, so we got to use the big fella.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Turner inside the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
On the screen.
The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And listen, that can be the trouble sometimes with running these out routes. You just run out of space, and it wasn't by much, but you can't miss inside. Obviously, that would be a big mistake for the QB. Throws it outside, just runs out of space by a little bit.
Breaks into the open. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Throws to the wideout. Snags it, and he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. Quarterback looks for a little space, and he tried to punch it in himself, but the defense stands tall on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pitt.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Virginia's offense has the ball for the first time. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defenses.
Loose in the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. All right, guys, let's talk for just a moment about Virginia. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive line.
Touchdown, Cavaliers! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Used the play fake, now to throw. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now,
there he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the 1st drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Cavaliers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Fires to the tight end. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think a lot of people wonder why you don't throw more slant routes. It's just nowadays wide receivers are so big, so thick. You throw it to them, the DBs can't go through their bodies to get them, and most of the time
hits the afterburners. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. First down for the offense.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
14, Virginia, 7.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's gone. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Brought down on the play.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Going to the run. It's gone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
21, Virginia, 7.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Leaves it with the running back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll pull it on the read. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. To the air, it's Holstein. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? He'll start this drive firing. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Virginia! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Here's the handoff. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
This defense has been able to force a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? Going for 6. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced. Use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by a field goal over North Texas. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Hit as he throws. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Thomas. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains, and they have a 1st down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Firing to the right, complete. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. That's caught. It's Johnson.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Punch it out of the air. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Going to the running game. Shakes off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And with time running out here in the 1st half, this offense will choose to take a knee. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway.
21, Virginia, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Tight end now in motion. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Holstein. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Pitt will have to boot this one away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. He's loose. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense...
Touchdown, Virginia! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Good timing on the quick out. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hicks. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
On the run, it's Turner. Got room to work. Picks up the first down, still moving. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Holstein. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds a man on the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. It's a draw. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it, trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field goal attempt. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! And that one will give him the lead.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be dragged down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
That's caught. It's Robinson. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to keep it in the air. Escapes the sack. He'll pull it down. It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
3rd down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. From the gun, wants to pass. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Give to the running back.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now the pitch. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. The give to the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
He's got an open man. Here he goes. Touchdown, Cavalier. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's gone. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got the tight end.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll leave it with him. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Harrison. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Trying to punch it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up. just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, 4th and goal, you're backed up a little bit after a couple bad plays, and you make the play. You needed it. You find your receiver, throw it up. He goes and gets it. What a play by this offense in a critical moment.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by 4 over North Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Holstein. Using the quick game. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Handoff from the gun. Find some fresh air.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're...
Touchdown, Pitt! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
And he made the extra point without problem. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. They've got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in a game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays and you got to have scripts because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Unloads to the wideout. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Defense looks as if it's coming. Wants to pass the clock, an enemy. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Got to find a completion on this one. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays.